Well, when you start composing, you don't really think of a career. It's a force that is in you, that you have to become a writer, become a painter, become a trumpet player, or become a composer. And I was a flautist, but I needed to express myself not just with an instrument. I needed to have my imagination in motion, and composing was what I chose.
Ciao, Papa.
Wait.
Time has come to say farewell. For how long will I go? Is it far? No one knows, no one can tell. If I am gone for a long, long time, I'll pack away a fine piece of shine. The sounds of birds jumping with bells draw rings of plums to bags of shells. The smell of bread, a drop of wine, your memory, father of mine. Farewell, my papa.
Cinema was always a passion for me when I was a teenager, and I was very lucky to have a friend who had directed a short movie, and he asked me if I could write the score, and he asked me if I could write a Hollywood type of score, like Max Steiner or Alfred Newman type of big symphonic score. And of course, it's a short movie. There's no money. So how do you do? And at the time, synthesizers didn't have that, the quality that they have now to sound like an orchestra. They never do. But so I united all my friends from the conservatory, like about 45, 50 musicians, to record that music. And it became my demo tape that opened to me many, many, many doors. Thanks to Guillermo del Toro. We had done The Shape of Water, and before that we had worked together when he was consulting at DreamWorks on the Ride of the Guardians. So after Shape of Water, he sent me the script of Pinocchio, and I thought that his touch, his take on this story was amazingly exciting. Not at all like what Walt Disney had done, because Walt Disney used to tweak and change all the fairy tales at his taste. Guillermo did the same. He just took Pinocchio's story and brought it to his own world. And I really love the fact that in Pinocchio there's this deep social, political content, but also a lot of heart, a lot of emotion, very strong emotions. Well, before the score was, how do we work on the songs? That was the first question. It was way before the movie was completed, because animation, stop motion, is a hell of a tedious, very, very long process. I think they shot for 1,000 days, which is just gigantus. We started 3 years ago, I think, working on the songs. Then COVID came along. We were far away from each other's, with the actors, Guillermo, the producers. But I put the songs together with the help of Guillermo and another lyricist, Robin Katz, and we started recording for the animators to start their work, which, as I said, is a very long and tedious work. We recorded all around the world. Ewan McGregor was in LA, Gregory Mann, the little boy, was in London, etc., etc. So that was the start. And when the film getting closer to being completed, I started working on the score. But having written the songs before helped me a lot because I could connect these songs, the melodies of the songs, the motifs of the songs to the score. Then I suggested to Guillermo to only use wood instruments for the score to keep our sound really special and belonging to our Pinocchio only. And that's how it went. Well, I like when I listen to music, could it be Mozart or Miles Davis? You see how far they're away from each other's. Well, actually, they're not that far because in both Mozart and Miles Davis, there's a joy. There's always somewhere behind a pinch in the heart. And I love when I have the opportunity to do that, to try and approach that emotion, which is in between joy and despair. It's a very sad story, Pinocchio, and the way Guillermo treated it is very sad. I mean, it's a father who loses his boy and wants to recreate and find his boy again. And unfortunately, the boy is not the same because children are never the same from one to another. If in your own children, if you have 3 children, they're different. They're different persons. And so already there's something sad and exciting because there's a new boy coming to the house. It's exciting, but it's sad because it's not the same as the one that Geppetto has lost. And it's even sadder when Pinocchio goes away and says ciao papa to his father. It's even sadder because, as you know, these moments when a child, everybody has experienced this moment when being a child or having a child, you're separated from the loved ones, your family. There's excitement, but there's sadness at the same time on both sides, from the kid, from the parent. And I think we really wanted with Katz and Guillermo to express that sadness and that mix feelings about the departure of a child. Well, Ciao Papa is one of the only ones that I didn't blend into the score because I wanted it to be unique, a moment in the film. I didn't feel it was right or elegant to repeat it on and on and use it, I didn't want to abuse of that song and that melody. So it's mostly excerpt of other songs and our main theme, which is called Carlos' theme. Well, it was in the script, that Patrick McHale and Guillermo wrote, and I was, like you, I thought it was very funny to do that. It meant writing the full song and deciding where to stop it. So by having in many of the Gershwin songs, if you listen to the entity of the song, there's always a kind of a bit lyrical, operatic introduction, and then starts the verse and the chorus. So I thought if we would structure the song like this with an introduction a bit more operatic and showing off, the character would really sound and look ridiculous. So that's how we decided to play with it. There's no more songs of my own. There's mainly fascist songs. I don't know if we could call them songs, actually. They're too bad. And yes, and the score is darker, definitely. Darker in terms of instrumentation, of motifs. And there's many things happening. killing, battles. There's also a march that we wrote, which is sung also by Gregory Mann, the little boy who plays Pinocchio, which shows the absurdity of fascism. Because it starts like, as a proper march, you know, and as time goes by, he changes the lyrics, and they're having a good fun. And we did too. A lot of music, a huge, almost 2 hours of music. I think what you just said before, this very fine line between joy and sadness that I wanted to keep. I like to say that we share with Guillermo a joyous melancholy or a joyful melancholy. I don't know how you would put it in English, in mélancolie joyeuse in French, which means that we like to be moved and at the same time to feel that something is opening up, you know. We did that in Shape of Water because we did it naturally. It's just who we are. And I guess in Pinocchio we can hear it. Film. That's what I love. That's why I chose to become a film composer, because I like cinema. I like the camera movements. I like the structure of a film. I like the actors. I like playing with the actors. That's what I do all day long. I have the actors here on my screens, and I figure out how I can dance with them, how the music can amplify their emotions, amplify the movements of the camera, amplify or underline how the light is coming on the set. That's what I like. I like to have my eyes inspired by the films and by the stories, of course. I like to remain in childhood, you know. I'm being told stories when I watch a movie. Okay, I'm an adult, and some of the stories require to be an adult to understand the meaning of things. But still, it keeps you in a juvenile spirit, which is hard to keep as you get older. So it helps a lot, actually.